Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family. And today I'll be talking about, first of all, Prince William's involvement in the Invictus Games, the fact that it wasn't all about Harry, and also the talk of Harry coming back to the UK and the rumours that his past is catching up with him regarding his alleged crimes against women. So before I talk about that, I just want to bring to everyone's attention some proof that William was definitely, if not more, involved in the Invictus Games than Harry ever was. As I mentioned in an older video, it was not just Harry's brainchild. Just as Heads Together was very much involving Catherine, the Invictus Games was very much led by Prince William. William was the brainchild behind this, and it would not be as it is if it were not for William. He led meetings and did much more than Harry could ever do. But being the caring older brother that he always was, and also knowing that Harry was pretty inept at most things and needed a helping hand, or a leg up, or even a tutor to do his exams for him, Prince William did most of the work but put Harry there as a visual, a sort of frontman. He did this to help Harry and to give him some sort of worthwhile role. Once it kicked off, Harry did get quite involved and did a good job with his promoting of Invictus. But it was definitely Prince William behind the scenes who was involved in the planning and the very important decision making, and he did spearhead it. These photos show Prince William and Harry at a 2014 Royal Foundation meeting for the Invictus Games. It's very obvious that William is leading the meeting. There were also other royals that actually kick-started this charity, even Prince Philip, who was involved in the actual original idea. But as always, Harry and Meghan's fans conveniently forget these facts. Well, Harry's PR are definitely trying to create a picture of Harry's persistent attempts to worm his way back into the UK. They're saying that he's in touch with his old friends and that they are thinking up ways to help Harry rehabilitate his reputation. These friends are said to be trying to organise relatively mundane events with zero publicity to try and get Harry to appear like a private individual, albeit still a royal who has a heart for the UK. They think that if he attends more quiet, charitable events without his own camera crew, and definitely without Meghan, that he will win the UK over again eventually. So don't be surprised to see him maybe even in small communities in Sussex as he attempts to redeem himself. Who am I kidding? Do you think he'll be there? So it's said that he will start in other areas first to test the water. These friends obviously are going to have much better advice than his Hollywood publicity crowd because they know how the British public feel about Harry's betrayal, and they also know that time does heal, as it did in the case of Camilla. The anger against her after the late Princess Diana's death was so intense that it seemed that no one would ever accept her as Charles's wife, let alone for her to ever be called Queen. And yet here she is, being referred to as Queen Camilla. So it's not impossible for Harry to come back and be seen to be performing small royal duties over a period of time to eventually take on more of a full-time and public royal role. But will it actually happen? We are so far from this now, what with William keeping well away from Harry, understandably. And yes, I queried whether Harry was actually at the funeral of his uncle, and it turned out he was. But obviously, he and William very much keeping their distance. And now we also have Harry's past being brought into the public eye again, with people demanding that he's brought to justice regarding the women he allegedly physically harmed in the past. These were very serious matters, and I did talk about this in an older video a year or two ago, as I was told that one of the victims was prepared to speak out. She had a carer who was going to support her in this. This still hasn't happened, and I really do not know if this woman is still in a position to be able to speak out or what the situation is there. There were also others from different parts of the world, but nothing has come of this as yet. Just as Harry's friends in the UK, his confidants, are trying to find a way to get Harry back in, his opposition, so to speak, are trying to drag these past, and we can't even call them misdemeanours, back into the public eye. And while this is happening, Harry will not be able to keep a low profile and do his stealth mode return. This is all part of the visuals to keep our focus on them. The question is, will Meghan be part of this, or will it be used to separate them both? His friends would have advised him to come back and appear at things in a quiet and private manner, but this would be absolutely impossible with his wife in tow. There are stipulations to his return. He won't be able to play games with his father, Prince William, or anyone else in the family. He really has to clean up his act, quit the drink and drugs and get into rehab. One main part of this is to keep him away from the toxic influences in his life, which is his wife and all her connections, her mother, her closest friend Marcus, and how will that ever happen? Those three were the ones that instigated it in the first place. So yes, Harry would have to cut it right back to the root, which is them. A very big thing that would have to happen would be for Harry to come clean also about the children. I made a previous video whereby it was said that he was intending to do this at that time, but it seemed that something or someone stopped him. The singer Adele has been a long-term friend of Harry's, and Harry did for a while visit her in California, as they were neighbours until Meghan put her foot down, because they were having just a bit too much fun. Adele was known to give Harry really good advice back then, and just a day or two ago she announced that she is leaving the public eye and that people will not see her for a very long time. There are many theories going around regarding her reason for doing this, but whatever they are, I have heard that she has influenced Harry quite a bit and has been in contact with him, so maybe Harry will disappear also for a while. How many would prefer it to be Meghan, I'm sure. However, it could be that all this is just more talk and more rumours, just to keep everyone on their toes, and as I always say, to keep that pair in the news, in order to keep people's focus off the real news of the day. So, let me have your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.